that we are going to go ahead and filter by is going to be Facebook. So if you can right click on this, open it up in a new tab. Awesome. Okay, so let's go back in here. And according, as you know, in the squad, when we filter, we focus on your expertise. And then we actually do go ahead and put in what was it, 40 or 30 here? Was it 40?
We started at 40, yes.
All right, 40. And because we're now, when it comes to the wall of trust, we're on the week of, do you remember, Libel? Wall of trust, we start with the tens, right? Then we work our way to the
So it's 1,000, 10,000, 100,000.
think about it. Were you here on Friday when we were talking about the wall of trust?
I don't think so.
Okay, so we start off first with our foundation projects, which are the tens. Then as time goes by, once we've built up our reputation, because remember, Upwork is a reputation-based platform, then we go and graduate up to our hundreds. Now, the hundreds, it's not, I just won a project for $100. It's actually $100 plus. So this is where we are. Now, not $100 per se, because when Upwork takes their 10%, then you end up with just $90. So you actually want a little bit more than that. At this juncture on the journey for members of the squad, we are able to start here. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So then, as we always do, it's always less than 5. And then 1 to 9 and 10 plus. Well done.
Must I still do the locations?
Not necessary. How does that look to you? Let's scroll all the way to the tippity top and have a look, and then we can determine how it looks. Look good? Is there anything you want to add? URL slug, or you're fine with the way things look?
I'm fine with the way things are.
Let's save the
The
search
languages.
and we can
How do
close
we
this.
how do you remove the languages, Bailey? Or is that never, there's nothing that I can do with the languages?
Yeah, unfortunately, there's no filter for that yet, although that's probably a good suggestion we could make to the platform. What you can do, though, is scroll and filter it by relevance. So if you scroll up, I'll show you. So do you see how it's now chronological? We can change this and filter it by relevance, and then it'll just be literally linked in right at the tippity top, but it's not going to be chronological. Do you see that?
Yeah.
So thought leadership LinkedIn consultant. Lives in France, prospect on LinkedIn. So yeah, a bit tough. Okay, but feel free to sort it again by recency, and then we can, nice, and we can save the search, and then we'll move on to the next term, and it's LinkedIn.
How do you spell LinkedIn? Every time we go live, I forget how to spell.
It's okay.
Then I can
Okay,
close
so
that.
let's use this. Don't close it yet. Let's use this as an example. So can you go to find work? I would like to demonstrate something. All right, so do you guys see how we have, this is the only feed that I'm still not too sold on. We have 3 main feeds here. Can you guys see that? We have our most recent, best matches, and then my feed. My feed is the one that you customize yourself, up to 30 searches. Do you see that? Great. So let's click on best matches. Usually back in the day, I never used to have you guys go to best matches because it's not chronological. It's based on relevance, right?
Okay.
You could always do that yourself as well. But it's based on most relevant, matching your experience with the client's hiring preferences. So these preferences, essentially, versus what it is that shows up on your profile. So you've got social media marketing strategy as a term on your profile, maybe.
Yes.
Maybe you don't have Google Analytics, but you have Instagram. And so it is kind of weighing them. against the other to see what is the most relevant to your profile. And then it doesn't really matter about this because of what I've taught you guys inside the squad about how you show up. If it's a best match project, how are you going to show up on the client side, right? And you've
Yes.
seen the order that things show up on the client side. Let's scroll down and see. Are there any projects here in this feed? This was posted 11 minutes ago. I mean, it is going to be, it's pretty targeted to you when you think about it.
Yeah.
What do you think about this project? Not
I'm
really.
act- I'm looking at it and I'm like, I could do it. I'm just like, but they're not they haven't spent any money. Is that a red flag or not?
No,
Yes,
that
they're
just means
public
that they're new to
verified.
the platform. That
Okay.
just means they're new to the platform. It's not a red flag, but we could put them to the side.
Okay.
Now, here we go. Social media manager, intermediate budget, $5. Now, it's a possibility that this is just a placeholder, but because we don't want to spend connects, we're not sure about that as yet. Speaking of which, these are the main niches that I want you guys to be aware of. I call them evergreen. The future of Upwork hinges on these three niches. Number one is IT. Number two is going to be marketing. Then number three is admin. These are the three main niches. So when I say IT, I'm talking about AI, I'm talking about machine learning, I'm talking about, yeah, it could be no code, but not really. App development, it could be, um, and then when it comes to admin, we're looking at, it's not really admin per se, it's more like project management, right? So we're looking at things like PM, product owners, which is replacing Scrum, right? Hopefully that makes sense. And then digital marketing. Oh, the other thing under IT that you want to look at is predictive analytics, um, as well as data visualization, big data processing, that kind of thing. When it comes to digital marketing, we're looking at things like still super relevant SEO, social media marketing, and social media management, and then content marketing. So those are the major ones that are like taking over right now on Upwork ever since they acquired Objective. So I just want you to be aware of that. Those are going to be the main verticals that the platform is going to be focused on. And it's going to be focused on, I'm sure you guys have seen this logo show up before in front of a project. If not, just want you guys to know this is called enterprise. So they are focusing more on their enterprise clients. These are the clients that have the crazy budgets, right? So if you want to position yourself to be able to take advantage of that, you want to definitely go in and brush up on your skills here, data analytics, Google Analytics, all of that good stuff. Get the certs. Definitely get the certs. Okay. Um, Anything else on this list that you're like, oh yeah, that's interesting? If you don't like the way the list looks, do you see what I mean? Where the budgets are like super duper tiny, that means you might want to change a few things about your profile.
Well, honestly speaking, this one doesn't look bad. Like this marketing for a African fashion design shop, that's great. Their budget is good and everything. The only question I had was that, but we can go
Mm-hmm.
ahead with a proposal for this because yeah.
All right, let's do it. And while this is happening, let's check on YouTube. Okay, no questions on YouTube. Okay. Before we send a proposal, walk us through what it is that we take a look at and what it is that like we're really concerned about.
So this is a new client. This person is new to the platform. So if they weren't new, I was gonna look at their hire rate and job posting, and then I was also gonna look at their reviews. But yeah, they're new, so we don't have anything there. Also, I'm seeing that they're actively looking because this looks like they posted it and then they've already sent
Hmm?
out invites and everything. Um,
Mm.
there's less than 5 proposals, which is great. So yeah, there's
What do we call these two invited people?
I don't remember Bailey.
It's a creature that belongs in the wild. It's got really, really big ears
The elephant,
and a really
elephant
good
in the room.
memory. Bingo. So it is thank you, Emil. Thank you, Zola. It is the elephant in the room. If you see something that pops up and it is an anomaly, it is the elephant in the room. Or if there's like a bunch of red bubbles here, just call them the elephant in the room. It does not disqualify you. It is just something that we need to address. Obviously, they invited two candidates. You're not one of the two. That's fine.
Mhm,
Let's address it. Do you see that? Are
mhm.
you ready? The other elephant in the room, but this is more so attention to detail rather than a problem, is the fact that they have additional questions. All right, have you used talking to Neuro before?
No.
All right, let's do this thingy. Neuro's little talking to Neuro's gotten a tiny little upgrade as well. I was kind of fiddling with it. And Nema actually, I think it was Nema who noticed it this weekend. And she was like, Neuro's really making very bold assessments these days. So if you can, check out Zoom chat. I've given you the talking to Neuro um, so that you can click on it.
Let's
All
just
right.
do. I first need to. Right.
Do you have the free version of ChatGPT or do you have the paid?
I have the paid, I believe. I say I believe
Yeah,
because
let's still
I don't know if it took money the last month. I'm not sure whether
okay,
it took.
let's play around with let's use the free version and we'll play around and we'll invite Neuro in and out. It's always fun to do this. I did this with the meal the last time and the end result was a good time. So let's go back to ChatGPT now that you have that open, and we'll just open up a good old fashioned conversation with ChatGPT. Mm-hmm. And then what you're going to do is click on this button here, enable the globe.
Okay.
There we go. And you're going to go talking to Neuro. Great. And we're going to go to step 1. And you're going to copy all of this goodness. Brilliant. And we're going to paste it here. Great. And now you're going to go back to, was it this one or was it this one? Which project was it? Yeah. Control A and then Control C.
No, no, no. This is not the one. Let's see. No,
Was
no.
it this one?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Then
Control A and then Control C. Great. And then we're going to go back and Shift Enter and give me 5 minus symbols on the screen. Minus, 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 minus going across. As many minuses as you can. In fact, you can put minuses up to here. Go crazy with it and then Shift Enter. And then Control V. V for Vendetta. Okay, great. That's not it. Can you
that's not it.
Control Z? Can you Control Z on your keyboard? Control Z, it'll take care of it. You don't have to
Oh,
Control
Control
Z.
Z. Okay.
There you go. Let's go back. Control A, Control C, or right click and copy. Control V. Perfect. And now we're good to send. And there she is. Now, yeah, this you don't currently have the new version, the paid
Yeah,
version, excuse me,
paid version.
which is totally okay. So now we have here, dear client's name. Navigating the um let's scroll up and have a look. Okay. So it followed let's give it the instruction. Please analyze the client. Or you could even say, and what about the analysis? Because we can't see the analysis. Let's just type in here, what about the analysis? All right, so now I'd like you to, once it's finished typing, please deselect this button here. Please deselect. Now I'd like you to use the @ symbol. You're going to say @neuro. This is the neuro that you're going to select. @neuro, would you like to write, please write a proposal that's better than this one. Please write a proposal that's better than this one. Okay, so now I want you to have a look at both of these proposals, the one above and the one below, and let's determine which of the two sounds better. The first one was written with ChatGPT, this one. No, not that one, this one. If you scroll a little bit, under this analysis is the proposal right there. So when you compare it, this one says, dear client, your brand's a unique fashion getting lost in the vast online marketplace. It's frustrating to see such rich cultural designs not receiving the attention they deserve. Low engagement, minimal website traffic, and stagnant sales are often symptoms of deeper marketing challenges that can be addressed with the right strategy. Many brands hesitate to invest in comprehensive marketing, fearing high costs and uncertain returns. However, the tailored approach that resonates with your target audience, these investments can lead to significant growth. Okay, and so on. The next one that was written by Neural, let's see what it has to say. Hi, client's name. Imagine your stunning designs catching the eyes of thousands, building a loyal following that sees your brand as the go-to destination for African fashion. Right now, your shop might be missing opportunities because of low visibility, scattered efforts, or a strategy that isn't hitting the mark. But here's the truth. Most won't tell you. Focusing solely on posting and ads without a cohesive strategy is like sewing without a pattern and wastes time, effort, and fabric. Quick win. Before committing to anything long-term, I'll perform a free audit of your online presence. In just a few days, you'll get actionable recommendations to increase visibility on platforms where your audience is active, boost engagement, culturally resonant content that sparks curiosity and loyalty, tighten your messaging to make every click count. What sets me apart? I've helped niche brands like yours cut through the noise by crafting strategies that amplify their unique voice. For example, one client saw a 30% uptick in engagement within a month by reimagining their storytelling. To make sure this collaboration fits your needs, could you tell me? Now, I don't like either of them. I don't know. What about you? How do you feel?
I'm actually thinking of putting it to Claude.
All right. So do you know what to do, what to tell Claude in order for us to get a good output?
So I would basically tell Claude can I type? Let's see. I would tell him to rework this. Oh my gosh, Claude is not working.
Well, we have a solution. If Claude is down, there was another platform we used. You guys remember it?
Gemini.
No, it wasn't Gemini. You guys don't remember the platform we used that had ChatGPT, it had Claude, it had Gemini, it had all of them in there, including Meta, all of them.
I
Okay.
don't know.
You guys have forgotten?
Wasn't it Anna something? Anna
Good job.
Anna what? Something.
Nike.
Anakin, well done.
How do you spell that?
Anna kin, like next of kin. ANAKIN.ai.
Okay. .ai.
And Anakin has Claude.
I can just launch it on my PC, right?
Mm-hmm. Doesn't require you to download anything. And you should be able to find Claude here. So you can grab that.
Oh, there's Claude.
Do you typically tell Claude the buyer type?
Not really. I tell Claude what I want him to do or her to do. So I'll say I'm sending a proposal. This is what Neuro has given me, and this is the direction I want to take.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. Let's see.
Is that fine?
Yeah, well, listen, I like it when you guys decide to speak to the AIs on your own. I think the reason why Claude is acting up is because of the high demand. People are building like legitimately clunky apps with it. And obviously they don't know how to code, so yeah. Okay. Ooh. Okay, well, oh, this is very long.
Too long.
But then we could just give Claude feedback, right?
Yeah. So can I say I love it,
We
but
could
it's
just be like,
long.
okay. Mhm. You could say, yeah, I love it, but it's too long. Let's limit it to 300 words. Hmm. There are so many butt-tails here. Even the original that was written by Neuro wasn't a huge fan of it. Well, not Neuro, ChatGPT, because it had quite a few butt-tails in it. I did not like that. Okay, so I'm looking at the value proposition. It's good, but like I said, this is a butt-tail. This is a butt-tail. It's a lot. What do you think?
So I would have literally just been like, this is the perfect time for Africans to be designing for international markets. I would have mentioned something like, look at how Trevor Noah, Tyler, and Nomzamo have opened the gateway for South African creatives to be accepted internationally. So if you want assistance with a person that understands where the market is shifting and moving to, somebody that will not only just make you relevant in South Africa, but make you relevant internationally, I'm the person to go with.
Okay. Okay, so here's what I want you to remember from now on. And we did talk about this last week when we were, I think it was Nema's proposal that we were working on. If you want to decide whether or not the first 2 lines, the first paragraph of your proposal is really good, you have to ask yourself, okay, you have to ask yourself, does this mean that my client is winning? Is this a win? Is this something that they can go home with, even without hiring me? Are they richer for having read this? So is this a win? For me, high client, in 2024, posting products without a tailored strategy is like selling kente cloth at a fast fashion outlet. It doesn't do justice to your art or your business. I'll audit your online presence and within 72 hours provide actionable insights to yada, yada, yada. Already here, for me, in my opinion, we've won. Is this a strong opener? No, like kente cloth, that is so ignorant. But like, at least there's some kind of a win. We're letting them know that when you're posting products without a strategy, it doesn't do justice to the art or the business. Then here's what I can do for you. Then we go into why me. But I prefer the storyteller method instead of this kind of robotic bullet point approach. So let's go back to Miro. I like this. I don't hate it. But let's go back to ChatGPT and let's see if we can get a quick win from this one, from Miro. Let's see. Hi, client. We're going to remove this part here. All of this can go.
Okay.
Right. Focusing solely on posting and ads without a cohesive strategy is like sewing without a pattern and waste time, effort, and fabric. Before committing to anything long-term, I'll perform a free audit of your online presence. In just a few days, you'll get actionable recommendations too, and then we go into that. Doesn't that give you the win much faster than talking about celebrities?
Yes, it does.
We want to always say, does the client get some insight? We're demonstrating our ability without talking about ourselves. What sets me apart? I have to be honest with you. The only reason why you would want to include this is maybe because the client might be asking themselves, why should I trust you? But we automatically want to start here. Do you see that? We automatically want to start giving them the tea about digital marketing. Let me just tell you something that you may not know. And also, this is why you should believe me. And then we go into, so if you don't mind me asking, here are my questions.
Yeah.
So then the feedback that I usually give Neuro is write in a tone that's understandable to a third grader, because if a third grader is able to read this and walks away feeling like, okay, yeah, I know what I'm supposed to be doing, then it is that much more actionable for an adult. Does that make sense, Level?
Yes.
All right, let's have a look. Yeah. Already, your designs are too special to stay hidden right now. It might feel like you're working hard, but not getting the attention your shop deserves. Maybe it's fewer people visiting your site, not enough likes and shares of sales. That could be better. Yeah. Thing is, just posting and hoping doesn't work anymore. But with the right plan, we can make your shop shine online. No. So when it's this, I would immediately jump straight into the let me do a free checkup. Do you see that? I would jump straight into that. Let me do a free checkup on your shop's online presence. I'll find simple ways to get more eyes on your beautiful designs, help your post grab attention, turn visitors into happy customers. I've worked with brands like yours, helping them grow and get noticed by the right people. One client even saw a big jump in sales just by making small changes to how they shared their story online. To get started, can you tell me? Okay, so I don't mind this part, but this part up here, I much prefer what Neuro had to say. Do you see that?
Mm-hmm.
So to get started, which social platforms are your favorites to use? Boom. What's the biggest challenge you're facing with getting new customers? Boom. Do you have any big goals you'd love to reach in the next few months? Boom. Let's work together to make your shop. Nah, it's not strong enough. It's not a strong enough CTA. Considering the prompt already mentions tone of a third grader, is it necessary to also give Neuro that instruction? Sometimes, like here, can you scroll all the way up to the tippity top level so we can show Paul why we had to repeat ourselves? So the initial, thank you, the initial prompt, there she is, right? She says, analyze, and then she says, finally write the proposal. Look what ChatGPT does. This is not Neuro. This is ChatGPT. Can you scroll just a little bit to the answer so that people can see it? Boom. So without analyzing, ChatGPT goes straight into the proposal. So then we turn around and we say, can you scroll down for us, Level? What about the analysis? Do you see that? So then we get our analysis. And then on top of the analysis, it literally goes back and follows the original instruction. Can you scroll down? And puts in a proposal. So then we're like, okay, this is not too bad. So then we ask Neuro to chime in. And honestly, I even think, Level, can you scroll up? I even think this part here, instead of saying is your brand's blah, 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 blah. Many brands hesitate to invest in comprehensive marketing, fearing high costs and uncertain returns. However, with a tailored approach that resonates with your target audience, these investments can lead to significant growth. Boom. To demonstrate immediate value, I propose conducting a complimentary audit of your current online presence. This will identify quick improvements to enhance visibility and engagement. To get started, I think this is much stronger still. I feel like this initial proposal is better than the one that you wrote and is better than the one that we got from Claude and is better than the one that we just recently wrote. What do you think?
I agree.
All right. Mpo, you had your hand raised. What do you think?
No, I'm good. That was a mistake. I wanted to acknowledge what you were saying.
No problem. Let's check if YouTube has any questions. That was a very good question. So, okay, no questions from YouTube. Right, Levo, are you ready? So we're just going to copy from here. We don't know their name. We're going to say, hey, many brands hesitate to invest in. Now, how do we feel about best regards, guys?
It's a bottle.
Yeah.
So I'll just put
Also, is it a strong CTA?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. All right, let's go for it. Who's next after Lebo? Because this was much faster than I thought. Ooh, good point. Step 2 that we didn't go into for talking to Neuro. That is the step that we are going to now address when we answer the questions. Because remember, they have additional questions. So you're fine. You can go and paste in the cover letter and we'll greet, not here, but we'll greet in our answer.
So I mustn't greet here?
No need to greet.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Okay, and now let's go have a look
Is the
at.
word transform not a bottle?
I hate the entire CTA, to be quite honest with you. This whole thing.
Let's
I
check.
don't think it's strong enough. Yeah, send me a message, exclamation point, or send me a message, ellipsis, which is ... and then thanks. Send me a message, ... and then thanks, exclamation point. And then we skip a line, -- space, label.
A dash before my name.
I usually put 2 dashes, 2 minuses, a space, and then my name. But it's up to you. That looks good. Okay, so let's go to the first question. That's where we're going to greet, and that's also where we're going to address the elephant in the room. So let's scroll down and describe your recent experience with similar projects. So let's go grab the questions. Let's go to step 3. We'll put in information about the Magic Owl in the questions as well. And you can stop here. And you can actually grab the whole thing, including this too. Right. We don't have to address Neuro because Neuro's proposal got beat by ChatGPT. So that's essentially what I'm trying to show you is that if Neuro does a better job, then you can continue to talk to Neuro. If ChatGPT does a better job, then you can continue to talk to ChatGPT. You guys get it?
Grab your recent experience.
Thanks, Paul. Dumishang says, hey, can you please send me Neuro's link? All right, Dumishang, keep an eye out on the chat.
Must I put all the questions in at once?
No, just one question at a time. Good question. So for the next question, you're obviously going to say, okay, thank you so much. Do it again. That's typically the feedback that we get is like, okay, do it again. Okay. Now, in my recent work, I helped a boutique fashion brand struggling to stand out online by. I started by, okay. So honesty is the best policy. If it wasn't a boutique fashion brand, but it was a small agency or it was a small advertiser, it was a small company, then you would obviously say, I helped a small company instead of going directly and saying you did all those things.
Okay. This can just copy content. No, now I copied everything. Wow, awesome.
Okay, let's see if we can share real PSS with the good people watching on YouTube. Okay, describe your typical design process and methods.
Describe, right?
There's a mosquito. There's a mosquito. There's a mosquito.
There's a mosquito. Okay. Mishang, please check the chat to see if you get the link to Neuro. It should be there. All right, my process is designed to make everything clear and stress-free for you. First, I dive into, we always say something else instead of dive, right, Level? We always try to find another way of saying this. So first, I immerse myself in your brand story and goals, learning about your audience style, unique challenges. Then I research what's working and what's not in your market to craft a strategy. Even the word craft will say to come up with a strategy that truly fits. Next, I design content and campaigns, whether it's social media posts, ads, or blog ideas focused on grabbing attention and driving results. Finally, I review performance regularly, making tweaks to keep your campaigns fresh and effective. This way, we're always improving while staying true to your brand's essence. I think I don't mind it, but we just have to watch out for these two bot tails. Okay, so
Immerse myself or just immerse?
yeah, I immerse myself with your brand's story and goals instead of immerse myself into.
Create?
Yeah, create is good. Where do you get inspiration from? Okay, so this is interesting. For a brand like yours, I draw deeply from African heritage, storytelling, and the vibrant communities that celebrate. I also keep a close eye on global fashion trends and how they intersect with niche markets, ensuring your brand stays relevant while staying true to its roots. Most importantly, I listen to your vision and your audience because the best inspiration often comes from understanding their stories and what truly excites them. Lebo says one thing I always do when I get too many bot tails in my proposals, I'll go back to the Discord chat and copy that bot tail text in the channel and paste them. Remind Euro or ChatGPT to avoid them. That is a very good idea. If you go into our Discord under AI bots level, you will find
I
the
don't
very
have
tippity
Discord
top.
on my PC. So, okay,
But
when I
here's
go,
what you can do.
yes.
No, here's what you can do. Keep everything as it is. Open up the ChatGPT conversation on your phone and then take the Discord information from your phone, and then you can continue with the ChatGPT conversation on your desktop. Once you can like literally watch yourself in real time talking to ChatGPT from your phone. So you just need to log in on your phone.
So I don't have ChatGPT on my phone.
Do you have a web browser on your phone? Because you
Yes,
can
I
log
do.
in using Google Chrome or Safari, or is there such a thing as Microsoft Edge on the phone? I don't know. But
Okay.
yeah, you can use your mobile browser. You don't need to download the app. But that was a good point for other people who might feel like I don't have ChatGPT or I don't have Discord or I don't. There's web. Okay, so far so good. The only thing is that we have not addressed the elephant in the room in any of our answers to the questions, but this is not a bad answer.
Okay, so do you want me to go ahead and open up Discord and everything, or should we just edit it and give it to
No,
him?
we could edit it in. We could grab this and then make it look good. But don't forget, we still have to address the elephant in the room.
Okay.
My inspiration comes from a mix of culture, people, and trends. For a brand like yours, I draw deeply from African heritage. I would say I would draw from. You join Discord, Zuzo, by being in the squad chat. So when you're inside your membership dashboard, you'll see a purple button that says join the squad chat. You just click on that button and it automatically takes you to Discord. So this is where you would go. Let me pop the link in the chat. You're welcome. Okay. Are you ready? Level, can you scroll back up for us?
Okay. We still haven't
So,
greeted.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're greeting here. Describe your experience with similar. Can you
Okay.
scroll down and have a look?
Yeah. Okay.
In my recent work, you can say hi. In my recent work. The other thing that I would like you to do here, besides answering this question, is I can see you've invited 2 candidates to this project. So I won't waste your time, something like that. So I won't take up too much of your time. No, it has to be elephant in the room gets addressed
Oh,
front and
first.
center, first and foremost. Yep. So hi, I can see you've invited 2 other candidates to your project, so I won't take too much of your time.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now looking good. Do you see that? You greet here. Then
Mm-hmm.
my process is designed to make, then the next question. And then once all the questions are asked, or in your case, once all the questions are answered, that is when we go into our proposal. So let's go back to our cover letter now. And we're going to number the questions that we asked the client. Can you go back? So your primary target audience and demographics. So let's get rid of this gap right here. And then we'll number 1, 2, 3. No, you're fine. We've always addressed the elephant in the very first, because remember, the elephant in the room is the thing that we address first and foremost. So we've always addressed it in the first question. Oh dear. Okay, but it's fine. It's fine, Paul. The basics, we come back to basics. Let's scroll all the way up to the top level so we can see how we started out. To demonstrate immediate value, I propose, many brands. However, okay. Then we'll set our terms here. Feel free to set your terms. That was quite demented. Okay, there we go. All done and dusted. All right, there you go, YouTube. Thanks for joining us. Tomorrow we will be continuing. Let's add portfolio projects. And we also need to add in some certs.